Yes, I welcome you all for the data structure class. So today we'll see with how we are. So in the last class we've seen how we can perform the insertion at the front end, back end specified position. Next we'll see how we can how we can perform deletion option at the front end, back end at the specified position. So next we'll see how we can traverse the data. Means how we can search the data from the linked list and display. Okay, so there are two ways we can perform the operation. One is to search a specific node in the list, means if you are given with a specific value, so in which node it is present, searching a specific node. And next one is what, searching whole complete linked list and displaying whole data of the linked list. How many number of nodes you are having, all data is displaying. That is the one way. So we'll see with the first method, that is searching a only specific, means one way list. So how we can perform the operation. So here we are having an algorithm. So in the first step what happens, in the first step of the algorithm, initially what you do, in the first step of the algorithm, initially we input step 1, input the key data to be searched from the existing linked list. Means here we read the key data. Means for example, suppose if you are searching 20 is the key element. Okay, so it is present in the linked list node number 3. How we can perform the operation? So initially what I done, I read the key data, assume it is 20. Okay, next what happens in step 2, what it is checking, if the list is empty, means in the linked list if there are no nodes, then it will print that the empty list. If there are nodes, then what happens, we go for the third step. So as we are having a node number 3 which is present, how we can perform, visit each node and compare the key data with the node data. Okay, how we are performing the nodes data. For example, here you are having a, here you are having, here you are having condition while temp load node link data is not equal to null. Means you are checking until the temp node link data should not be equal to null. Means until the last node you are searching. Okay, if the what happens, if your node you are visiting that key data is matching, then you are printing the successful, and you are found at the which node you are founding, then you stop. Okay, else if you are not found at the first node, next what you do, you go on shifting to the next node. What is temp equal to, temp implies temp equal to temp implies link, then you increment the count after visiting each node. Okay, if your temporary node reaches all the nodes until the last node, then it indicates that unsuccessful search. So here once again I will be telling you, first you read the data element. Okay, if the list is empty, directly it will play empty list. If the list is not empty, it will containing multiple nodes with their values. At that time it go on comparing each node. Okay, so how you are comparing that node data with the read k data, you are compared. If it is found, that it shows successful search. If it is not present in the first node, next it goes to shift to the next node, then you are going for the temp equal to temp, it is go on shifting to the next nodes. Okay, whenever it is found, it shows the node position and successful search. If you go on reaching to the last node, if that element is not found, it shows that the key doesn't exist, unsuccessful search. Okay, this is the one way. Next, traversing to display, means next method is how we can display the whole content list. Okay, so here what happens, initially you check that if the list is empty, you showing that print is empty list. If not, you visit each node, display the data of the neat node. How you are using, well, until you get the temp implies link node, means the node element link elements, until you get null value, you go on printing each element. Okay, so what happens, you visit the first node, you print the data, then you move to the next link, then you increment the count value. Okay, so like this way you go on visiting to the all nodes until the last node. After printing the last node, your and display purpose is stopped. Why? Because last node link value is null, so after that there is no further nodes. So at that time you will be go on incrementing. So finally you are displaying what is your count value. Okay, this is for what, displaying whole node information, means linked list all node information. And first case is what, displaying the specific. In specific case what happens, you read the key information. In second case you are not reading any key information. Okay, so next concepts we'll see with the header linked list. Okay, so in the header linked list what happens, here in the header linked list what happens, the initial node you are having a header node. Okay, only it is initial list we are having a header node, and the null pointer is same as in the previous case. The last node link value is null. Only thing is that the starting node you are calling it as what, header node. Okay, next one more type of a linked list is what? Circular linked list. In the circular linked list, what happens? See the second diagram. So the last position, last link value is not null. It is coming back to, arrow mark is coming back to the first header node. So it is called as what? Circular header list. Okay. So here what changes you are having? Temp link equal to null is not, it is there in the first diagram, that is general header link list, and temp link equal to header, it is there in the second list, second diagram. Why? Because the last node value is not null, it is header node value. Okay, it indicates that header address is having, it indicates that it is a circular header list. Then how you can traverse this step? Okay, again your first step is what? If the list is empty, it is printing empty list. Otherwise you go on visiting each node until the temporary link node is not equal to header node. So once it become temporary link node is equal to header node, that indicate it is that you are reading the all node. After visiting each node, you are printing the data and you are moving to the next link, and your count will be incrementing, and finally you are displaying the count value. Okay, so this is about the header link list. Next we'll see what do you mean by doubly linked list. Okay, now until now you are seen with what? A single linked list or one way list. Next, doubly linked list, as the name indicates, doubly linked list, it is also called as a two-way list. Okay, in the doubly linked list what happens? You are having a collection of node where each node is having three parts. In the single linked list you are having only two parts. One is storing the information, next is link is storing the next node information. Here you are having a information one node, in the node one part is information, and remaining two parts are left link and right link. Left link is storing the address of the left node, and right link is storing the address of the right node. Okay, and as you seen here, represented the data, it can be moved in both direction, forward and backward direction. Whereas in single list you can move only to the forward direction. In doubly you can move either forward or backward direction, both will be available. And here when you draw the given example here, when you draw the complete doubly linked list, the first node left link value is always null, and similarly right link value of the last node is always null. Okay, so this is how it is represented. Okay, next, which are the different operations we can perform on the doubly linked list is again the creation, next insertion, deletion, and traversing. Okay, so we'll see in detail how you can create the doubly linked list, how you can perform the insertion, how you can perform the deletion, and how you can perform the deletion traversing in the next class. Okay, I hope you cleared with this traversing concept, header linked list, and definition of doubly linked list. Okay, and remaining content will be covering in the next class. Thank you.